Welcome, everybody. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate you,
You're very
bro.
welcome. You're very welcome.
I think we got about everybody coming in. We're ready to go. I got a special layout for you guys today. We're going to change some stuff up. I know a lot of people come in and they're getting different. You guys come in and everybody expresses the need for continued diversification of what we're doing. I don't want to diversify it too much today, guys. And the predominant reason why I don't want to diversify it too much is because one thing that I know is that um, we only retain about 7 to 10% of everything we hear the first time. Okay. Now, even if you guys are geniuses, that means you guys are only retaining about 50% of everything that we're doing. And so for that reason, what I want to do is make sure that we biasly go back in and be redundant, but I want to change it up a little bit today. One of the big setbacks that most people have is finances, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about finances, how to obtain finances, and really I'm going to show you guys how to be able to finance these projects almost with zero money out of pocket. Okay. And we'll talk a little bit about that today. But today, predominantly, I want to talk about making $160,000 over the next 13 months. It will take you guys about 13 months for the average person here. There's some people that can probably do it in 10 months, but I look at it from this perspective. Okay. Let's say from a college perspective, for sake of example, people are spending 4 years in college and they make no money. They're spending money. I want to do this in a 13-month perspective, because if you think about like, okay, where will your life be, whether you're making good money or not, if you implement the simple strategies of building houses into your life, just part-time, maybe 5 to 10 hours a week. I would say, implement 10 hours a week. And the biggest thing you have to figure out is, okay, where do I carve out 10 hours so that I can do it? And most of it is right here on these bullshit phones, right? Like it's like carving out an hour worth of bullshit from Instagram every day. Unless you're scrolling through my stuff, at least, then don't cut that out, because that's good stuff, right? Everything else is bullshit. So just cut the rest of it out. So that'll at least give you guys another 45 minutes of your day. Okay. So with that said, it's a lot of it's just reutilizing the time productively instead of wasting time on stuff that really you don't need to waste time on. And all of us do it, including myself. And so we have to make sure like the piddle paddling it stops, right? So here's one of the things, guys. When I first got started doing this, one thing that was taught to me back in 1993, I was real young. And the one thing that was taught to me that I embraced and I held on to immensely was self education and self growth. Okay. And here's why. One thing is we're battling life. And one thing that I know about everybody that's on here is that we spend a bunch of stupid hours in school that we learn absolutely nothing. Now, for the small amount of time that we spend in school that we actually learn relevant stuff that's going to help us in life, it's awesome, right? It's really good. But it's like this much, it's minute in comparison to the reality of everything else. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we give ourselves back self-growth forever, because everybody sits back and go, hey, Jerome, there must be a strategy that you use that helps you with all this stuff. You know, the best strategy that I utilize that helps me with everything, guys, is consistency. So everything that we do is about consistency, hands down. Okay. Now, I always tell people what we do in business is a byproduct of how you live your life. Let me ask you guys this right now, before we even get started. People, well, Jerome, what does this have to do with making $160,000 in 13 months? It has absolutely friggin' everything to do with it. Because if I can't get you guys over the hump mentally, for the vast majority of you guys, statistics aren't going to change, right? Statistics are what they are. They've been the same statistics since I was doing business in the 1990s. And the reality is that 85% of you guys, 85% of you guys are going to fail because you never get started, because you're scared. It's fear. It's written in a book called Think and Grow Rich. You guys familiar with the book Think and Grow Rich? Anybody ever read that book, Think and Grow Rich? You guys ever read it? I got it right here on my shelf, and it's all highlighted. I've read it multiple times, over and over and over again. Most people don't have anything to apply that to, but it's a great book. If you guys haven't read it, read it. It's by Napoleon Hill. It's a 25-year study of Napoleon Hill being commissioned by Andrew Carnegie Carnegie Stills. He's the first documented billionaire in the United States. He came over as an immigrant and from Scotland, and he worked in the steel mills. And then he went out and opened up his own steel mill, and he hit billionaire status, first documented billionaire in the United States. And he couldn't understand how he, as an immigrant, could come to the United States, make millions of dollars, become a billionaire, and how people were born and raised here couldn't make pot shit. They were working month to month, paycheck to paycheck. And what he realized is that it was a mindset. It was the way there was a difference between wealthy people and the way they thought, and average people and the way they think. And so you guys, I'm going up against today 13,000 hours of schooling that teaches you guys how to be great employees. It doesn't teach you guys about America, about the home of the free, the land of the brave, how to go out and be an entrepreneur. You guys see that? I'm wearing that on purpose. This is Independence Week, ladies and gentlemen. This is about freedom. This is about what America was built on. It's what immigrants come to America for, right here. This flag right here is what Americans come to America for free enterprise, capitalism, not communism, not socialism, capitalism. The United States, guys, that's what it's for. Okay, it's Independence Week. Next week is the 4th of July. Our forefathers fought for this for us. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this was taught to me back when I was younger, and I was like 19 years old. And so I'm teaching it to you guys today. Some of you guys are sitting back going, yeah, Jerome, whatever. Let's get started. This, ladies and gentlemen, the success I'm talking about is a byproduct of understanding this. Because in the next 13 months, you're either going to quit or you're going to succeed. 15% of you guys are going to succeed. 85% of you guys are going to fail. And the reason you guys are going to fail is not because what we do doesn't work, because houses are getting built all over the country, ladies and gentlemen. Newsflash, we have a housing shortage that's not going away anytime soon. The reality is that you have the ability to take advantage of it, but the choice is yours. So today, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have an opportunity to be a decision maker at the end of this. And I'm going to take 5 of you guys under my wing. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to take 5 of you guys under our wing, and we're going to give you guys an opportunity to come in and work directly with me. Okay. Now, with that said, there's a financial commitment to work with me, because when I was 20 years old, in the early 1990s, Angie, my sponsor, came to me and she said, Jerome, you got to invest $5,000 in yourself. This is like 1993, guys. I was like, $5,000? I didn't have a chair to sit in at that time. And so it was way more than I had the ability to. But some way, somehow, in the 1990s, I found a way to do it. And not only that, she said, now you have to go from Albuquerque all the way to Houston, Texas on Saturday, which was like 3 days away, and you had to get trained. Because she goes, you won't succeed without training, Jerome. You need help. If you could do what we do, you wouldn't need us to do it with. You'd already have the information, right? So at the end of this, you guys will have the opportunity to come in. 5 of you guys will have the opportunity to come in and work with us. Now, the rest of you guys, I'm going to invite you guys to come in and spend an entire day with me in Phoenix in October, okay? And spend an entire day with me in Phoenix. Now, with that said, let's get started. We're going to make $160,000 over the next 13 months. Here's what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we come in. I'm going to share with you guys the math of how that annies up and what that looks like. So let me grab my little handy dandy calculator here, and let's take, and you guys get enrolled in today, guys. Oh, today, $297, guys. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys. Today, if you onboard today and only in the next 24 hours, I'm going to do Phoenix, Scottsdale, Arizona for $297. So if you didn't drop your number in the chat, go ahead and drop your phone number in the chat right now. If you onboard today for Scottsdale, it's $297 today. Okay, but today and today only, guys. Otherwise, the enrollment for Scottsdale goes back up to $597. Those of you guys who execute today only, it's $297. Okay. Oh, and Rick, that extra person.
I'm going to interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
You want to give a big shout out to Vanessa Cummins for taking advantage, being an action taker.
Yeah, Vanessa Cummins, is that our 5th person? Vanessa Cummins? Vanessa Cummins, congratulations. Welcome to our team as well. I missed that one, Rick, in your messages here. Welcome to our team. Yeah, welcome to our team, man. Excited. That's our 5. Rick, you have 1 more that you can do. And Steven, I'll go ahead and give you a 7th, bro. You guys can do 2 more enrollments, okay, for those action takers. Congratulations to the 5 new people that are onboarded as part of our inner circle that we're taking under our wing. Steven, yes, you can have one more. Rick, you can have one that on the back end. If you guys take action today and today only, it'll be for those people, and let them know that it's today and today only for 8,000, and then it goes back up to our normal 10,000, which is a steal too. But for all of you guys going to Dallas, 297. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for coming in. I can't wait. Not Dallas, Scottsdale. I can't wait to see you guys in Scottsdale. God bless you guys. You guys, let's go out. Let's deep dive into this stuff. I want to day together in Scottsdale in October. Can't wait to see you guys there. God bless you guys. Good night, and let's go out and crush it. My team's going to stay on with you guys and continue onboarding and helping you guys out if you guys have questions. And then I'm going to do an onboarding call for all of you guys next week sometime. Thank you guys. Good night and God bless.